Hello friends, today's video is all about mature skin foundations. If you have not been here before, I'm Erin, I am 47, and I like to review foundations on my channel, specifically ones that I think are good for mature skin. Today's foundation is going to be the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation, and we're going to see how it looks, how it wears, how it applies, all the good things. We're going to talk about its callouts. So if you are interested in this kind of a video, stick around, keep watching, and I'll let you know what I think. Now for application. I have skincare from this morning on, including SPF, so I'm just going to add a primer. I'm not usually like a typical primer user, but this is when I would use primer. When I've already done my skincare, but I didn't do any like base. So I'm gonna go in with the Dewy Skin Primer from Ciate. It's got a glowy vibe to it, because I know people have said that they think this foundation has glow, but I don't see that much glow. But maybe I'm just like so used to like super sheer, like dewy foundations. So this feels really nice on the skin. Of course, I touched my face and now it's instantly red. Okay. So now that we are ready, I'm going to be a crazy lady, and I'm going to use this flat top Baguki. Kabuki brush. See what I did there? Baguki brush. It's real scary in there. I'm not a brush lady. I usually use a sponge. I don't know. I like this one with a brush. Anyway, so I'm going to go in with one full pump. It is, like I said, a medium coverage. So we're going to just go ahead. I always go to my problem areas first. Red Santa cheeks. Yep, get the most there. Little dots. There's a little left on my hand. I have to look in my mirror. So we're just gonna start blending. I always blend around the outer part of my face first, getting most of that product like where my issues are, which is like this section of my face. With the, what did I call it? The Baguki Crush. Oh, help me. So again, this is a medium coverage. Let me just get in my little mirror here. I don't know if it was the time of year that played into the factor, being I think winter when I ordered this or late fall, and I just was too dry. I just did not like it. And then I tried it again twice in the last 2 weeks here in the more springy situations of life. Hey, what if I have mascara under my eyes? Like a lot. Let me just take care of that. Oh my friends. Get rid of those little raccooners. A little better. So I still have a little bit on my hands, so I'm just going to pick that up on the brush. We're not going to worry about going under the eyes too much because concealer will happen. Just a little concealer. So I found the areas that I didn't like where this was settling on my face was like around my nose, but that is typically a problem area, I think, for most people, and it is doing it a little bit. What I don't like, let me show you. Look right up there into the boogies, but like it's collecting in that little crevice. So I am going to take my sponge and just kind of press it around my nose. Sometimes that helps. And sometimes in the middle of the forehead, it gets a little crunchily crackly too. That does help because it's like pressing it into the skin more. And I find that like if you have a foundation that you don't love how it's sitting, do that. Take your sponge and press it in. All right, so this is one pump, brush, medium coverage. To me, it's like a satin finish. I wouldn't call it dewy. 47-year-old skin. What do you think? Friends, let's talk about the details here on this bad lad. This is 1 ounce, I'm pretty sure. Who can read that? And it is $49. That is not cheap, but for a nicer foundation with some skincare benefits in it. That's about average, I feel like. It is medium coverage. Don't know if it's buildable. And I'll tell you why I don't know if it's buildable. It has 51 shades, which is a great shade range. It has 20 plus skincare ingredients. Yes, I'm reading from my notes. It has a weightless clean formula, and it has its own proprietary fermented arnica, which reduces redness, protects from environmental stresses, and evens out skin tone. And it's Lady Gaga. What more do you need to know? When I first bought this foundation, it was in the late fall, right before the holidays, and I didn't like it, which is why I have not talked about it here. I wanted to give it a fair chance, and I wanted to wait till the weather changed a little bit as well. So over the last 2 weeks, I've used it a few times, and I've been like, okay, I think I do like that. Obviously, I have it on right now. The lighting is a little bizarre in here because I'm in front of a natural light, and it kind of keeps changing, but let me tell you and assure you, there's no sort of filtering going on. None of that jazz, because we don't do that here. 1, why? 2, I get aggressively angry if my face gets altered in any way. I'd rather just take my old ass 47-year-old face over something that looks perfect, because that's like a horrifying catfish. Anyways, rambles. So let me get my glasses up here so you can see into my fine lines and whatnot. It's a very satin-like formula. I've seen many people talk about it and say that it has like a more glowy finish. I don't see that compared to other things. And maybe that's just because I like really glowy things. And so when something's more satin or natural, I feel like it's matte. I mean, I have like a glowy blush on. I don't have any highlighter on though. So anywhere that's not here, if you see a little glow, that is the foundation. I do not have any powder on as well. My problem areas tend to be around my nose and like center of forehead. Why? Because I'm a person and I got lines and stuff there. So that's where I can really tell like if I like a foundation or not, depending on like how it settles in those areas. Let me get my little glasses back on here. So after trying it again in the spring where things are not as dry, I do like it. And that's pretty much what I can say about it. I do like it. Do I like want to wear it every single day? No. Like I don't find myself like being like, oh, I want to put that on today. I have another foundation that I do feel that way about. It's the NARS Light Reflecting. I like that one over this one more. That one is more dewy, I guess. And I just feel like it looks better on my skin type. And that's the thing to remember too. Like I'm 47. I have dry combo like on my nose a little bit now. Skin texture. I mean, I've got texture. Like I've always had texture even when I was younger, like on my cheeks and stuff. So like it shows up on me. If a foundation is gonna like show texture, I'm gonna know because my face is rough. Like my sister and I are always like, why is our skin rough? Like, why? Do you like my voice? That's very sexy, I know. It's called Michigan. It was normal spring weather at Easter. Then it was in the 80s. Glorious week of like 70s, 80s. Like so great. Snowed yesterday. Today it's like 50. Tomorrow's going to be like 70. And then it's going to go back down to 50. And so this is the result. I've just got Betty Davis eyes voice everywhere. So would I recommend this for $45 for mature skin? I don't know. This is why I haven't made this video. I don't dislike it. I just don't think I would tell you to spend $50 on it. I hate saying that because I love Lady Gaga and it's not like she cares, but I'm just being truthful. Like for me, again, 47, combo, mostly dry, little combo skin, texture. I reach for other things. So I'm just going to be honest about it. And I felt weird about being honest about it. And also, am I going to use it? Yes, because I spent $50 on it. So like, but if I have a gig or like a special thing, this is not the one I reach for. So I think that's a good lesson. Like, but how are you going to know, right? Like you got to try things to know whether or not they're for you. And I did apply this with the brush you saw in the demo, and then I did go over it a little bit with the sponge. When I applied it with the sponge the first time, it was patchy. So even though I typically am a sponge girl, I found that the brush was a better application, but going over those problem areas, the nose, the forehead, with the sponge helped. So in conclusion, again, do I like it? Yes. Do I love it? No. Will I use it? Yes. Will I buy it again? No. I mean, what more can I say about that? I think I told you all the things about it. So do your research. If you have skin like me, you may like it. You might like it more if you're a little more oily. I just feel like for me, I'm too dry in some parts of the year. So, how many foundations do we need? Well, if you ask me right now, I have 4 open, and that's enough. But like, there's ones I want to try. This is the danger zone. I love foundation. It's like my favorite part of putting on your makeup. I don't know what it is. I love that. So, all right. So if you want to see my other foundations that I have reviewed, I do have a playlist. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I have a playlist called Mature Skin Foundations or something like that. Go ahead and look through those, see if any of your favorites are in there or if there's something new for you to discover. And if you would like to let me know, hey, I want to know about this foundation, I'd be willing to buy one because I love foundation. So subscribe if you already don't, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks, friends.